What's up, gorgeous people? This is Amazon's DIY and other stuff. I'm Amber, and in this video, I am finally, and I do mean finally, bringing back my fashion DIYs. Guys, I wanted to put this video out last week so bad, but I couldn't get it done for you guys because I got super busy at work. And by the time I finished work and got my kid home from school and got him, all settled in, all that kind of stuff, I was just exhausted and I went to bed. So I didn't have time to get this DIY done for you. So I was able to do it this weekend, and I'm so, oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to see it. So keep in mind that I'm just sharing with you ideas of things that you can do. You don't have to use the exact same materials that I use. Not everybody is a superhero fan like I am and wants to rock superhero gear, but you can use these very same methods on anything. Any patches that you want to use, that could be roses, flowers, whatever you want to do. I'm just hoping that you guys find inspiration from this DIY. I love the way this turned out. I mean, I love it, love it, love it. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. So I used a combination of iron-on patches, iron-on transfers that I got from Etsy, and I used temporary tattoos. You guys heard me correctly. We're going to use temporary tattoos on clothes, and it works great. I've done it several times. I'm going to show you guys how you can put them on there and make sure that they stay. Without further ado, let's jump into this DIY. Okay guys, so we're going to start with this denim jacket that I got from Gabe's, and I'm going to zoom in here and I'm going to show you that I paid $7.99 for it, which I thought was a great deal. Now, according to this tag, it says it should have been $60, which I was like, really? I wouldn't have never paid $60 for something like this. And I'm just showing you all of the flaws here. It's got several stains and just a lot going on, but it was totally worth $7.99. I'm very happy with it, no doubt about it. So here's the back of it, and look, we got this great big comfort denim patch. Like, really? That's got to come off. It looks terribly sewn on there too. Crazy, right? And then we have some other flaws that I'm just going to point out to you. So obviously, look at how this is sewed on. Oh my good grief. Anyways, obviously, we're going to want to cover most of this up. So here I am modeling the jacket. And honestly, guys, it looks super cute the way that it is. I mean, I think it's fine, but I just want to add some pizzazz to it, make it look really awesome and totally me. So I'm just going to turn around to the back here, and I have a huge wedge. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Wish I could have cropped that out, but there really was no way I could do that where you could see the jacket. Nonetheless, you guys get the point. So I'm going to use these iron-on patches. Guys, I've been collecting some of these from my Heroes Tower and Kale Alpha and a monthly boxes, as well as the little character ones that you're going to see at the very bottom are ones that I purchased myself from Amazon. Great deal. Totally worth it because I just kind of wanted to speed up the process so that I can make something really cool with the patches that I've gotten in my boxes. As you can see, I have a plethora of characters, DC and Marvel. Doesn't matter. We're just going to make an awesome superhero jacket. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is take my seam ripper, and I'm going to seam rip that comfort denim patch off the back of the jacket. That just doesn't look good. Even if I wasn't doing anything with it, I don't know why they thought that someone would want to wear a jacket with that on there, but this for sure has to come off. After I took it off, I have all these threads left over, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull all of the threads out, and I just went to the inside of the jacket because I'm going to pull that one through the inside, and then I'm just going to continue pulling them out. Now, some of them are still a little stuck, so I'll just use my seam ripper to get up underneath there, pull the threads out, just make sure that they're all gone before I get started. Okay, so now that all that's done, I have my patches here, and the first thing that I want to do is decide how I'm going to lay them out. And I knew that I needed a really large patch at the top there to cover up all of that stitching that was originally there, and the biggest patch that I had was the Black Widow patch, so that was the winner. I knew that one had to go there because obviously I wanted to cover all of that up to the best of my ability. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a straight pin. Forgot what it was called, and I'm going to just straight pin that in place. Now I'm going to pull the jacket on up so you guys can see the rest of it, and I'm just going to randomly decide how I want to place the rest of these patches. And I just thought it would look really cool to have the Avengers patch in the center there, and then I thought, okay, let's put two of the face logos on one side and then the logos of some of the other characters on the other. I thought that looked good. Okay, so now that I've got the back pretty much ready to roll, I'm going to go ahead and do the front with these small characters that I bought from Amazon. I definitely had to have Thor on my upper left pocket because I wanted him near my heart. He is my favorite. I love him. Then I just went ahead and put Hawkeye on the other pocket there just because he fit the best according to his motion that Thor was in. Everything surrounded around Thor, guys. He is the best superhero on earth. I'm just saying. At any rate, as I'm working through here, I'm just like, okay, where am I going to put these? And I thought, I do need to put some on the arm as well. So I just decided to put Black Widow and Doctor Strange over there. I thought that looked really cute. And then I'm just going to go ahead, guys. There's no wrong way to do this, okay? Just take a look at your jacket, see what you think looks best, and just place them where you think that it's going to look really cool. So this is what I finally decided on, just putting them right down that little center line there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of them on the arms. And to me, that looked really good. So always try stuff on, guys. I tried this on and then I realized where I had those patches placed on my arm, I was like, okay, that doesn't look good at all. So I decided to flip them over to where I thought they would look best after trying the jacket on. You always want to try stuff on as you're working through it before you officially attach anything, sew anything, iron anything, whatever it is you're doing. Make sure that you're trying stuff on as you go. Trust me, you will not regret it. Okay, so now that I have all that done, I'm ready to start ironing them on. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull that straight pin out, and then you're going to see me lightly touch the patch because I realized I like to put a fabric over top so that I don't mess anything up on the fabric that I'm ironing to, as well as the iron-on patch. So I'm just going, in aggressively motions here, just making sure that everything is 100% secure. Take that little cloth off. Everything looks great. Now, I found these on Etsy. Guys, Etsy. So these are for t-shirts, obviously, but I'm not going to use it for that in this case, clearly not. So what I've decided is I'm going to go ahead and take these iron-on, I think people use these with like a t-shirt press or whatever. Anyways, I'm going to use them with my iron. I'm going to go ahead and put those on the sleeves of the arm. I thought this would look so cool. So I don't need the whole thing, obviously, so I'm just going to cut down two of the characters. We're going to put Batman and Thor on the bottom part of the sleeve, and then with this other transfer that I have at the top here, we are going to use Spider-Man and Captain America at the top. Now I'm going to leave a space between the two, and you're going to see why in a little bit. But after I've done that, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and complete the exact same process that you saw me do with the iron-on patches. I'm going to just iron those onto the sleeve. Okay, guys, as I'm watching myself iron this, I just feel the need to point out that the reason why you see me going over that one area again and again and again is because I could tell that it was not getting secured to the jacket. I don't know how else to word that, but that I could tell that it was not sticking. So I'm like, okay, I've got to get this down to where I needed to go because I've already started ironing it, so you can't remove it after you've already started the process. If I had moved this up just like a little bit more, I wouldn't have had that issue, but because I placed it where I did and I already started the process, I had to just roll with it and make it work. That's what DIYs are all about, just making it work, and I absolutely did that. So after I ironed everything into place, I am ready to let it cool completely down before you attempt to take it off. So this is completely cooled. I walked away for like 30 minutes or whatever, and now I'm peeling it off. And as you can see, it's peeling off beautifully. It looks so great. So in the instructions, it told me to go ahead and iron over top of it again. So I thought I could just place my muslin on top and then just iron over it really quickly and make sure that everything is in place, right? Well, when I took the muslin off, I didn't even think about putting something nonstick like parchment paper is what I should have used. And guys, I peeled some of it off. I was like, oh my gosh, and it's Thor. I mean, this is a travesty, you guys. It's Thor. So I'm going to figure out how to fix that later. But now I know that this is an issue. I won't do that going forward. Now, I couldn't find my parchment paper before doing this next one. So I'm going to just show you the peel really quick. I'm going to peel it off like I just did the other one, and it peels off beautifully. Just wait till it's completely cooled, guys, and everything will come off great, right? So I could not find parchment paper, so I'm just going to use this wax paper and hope for the best here. So I'm going to put the wax paper down first, and then I'm going to put the muslin over top of it because obviously the wax paper would melt from the heat of the iron directly on top of it. So I put that on top of it, and I'm just hoping that that will work out really well. And then as you can see, when I pull it up, it did work out great. So this process worked out good, but honestly, guys, you really should be using parchment paper when doing something like this, not wax paper. I was just working with what I had on hand because I had no idea where my parchment paper was, and I really wanted to get this done. Okay, so now I want to work with that gap I left in between them, and I'm going to put a Wonder Woman patch there. I mean, why not? This is a superhero jacket. This is not specifically DC or Marvel, so I stick the Wonder Woman patch down and I start ironing everything down. guys, I totally forgot that the Thor transfer is right next to this, right? So I go to peel this off and I'm like, oh my gosh, it got stuck again. Oh, I was so frustrated. So I'm gonna have to fix that in some way, shape, or form. And what I came up with was a paint pen. And it works out pretty good, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this paint pen. It's going to take a couple of coats. You're going to just see me do one coat here, and that doesn't cover it all. I end up doing like 2, 3, 4, 5 more coats. I really don't know how many more, however many it took to make this blend in and look like it was a little bit better than it was, because there was no way I could fix this at this point. I mean, once you're to this point, guys, I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. But now I knew going forward I need to cover that up so that I didn't mess anything else up. So I have spaces on the side here. We're going to use these Superman temporary tattoos. Yes, guys, they are temporary tattoos. We're going to use those in between these spaces because Superman is not represented on the jacket, and I feel like he should be. Now, I didn't have any patches or iron-ons for him, so we're going to go ahead and use these temporary tattoos, and we're going to make this work. So I just go ahead and follow the same process that you see on the back of the label to do temporary tattoos on your skin. Just put it right there onto the jacket. Then I'm going to take a wet wipe because I mean, you could do, you know, a paper towel and some water, but wet wipes are easier for me. They make less mess. So this is what I use when I do temporary tattoos. So I'm just going to go ahead and follow the process, guys, making sure that that entire image is secure onto the sleeve. That is so important, guys. Make sure the entire image is completely wet, right? So you're going to see me lift it up here in a second because I just want to see if the image is completely secure. And then I find out that it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and go back over it again with the wet wipe, making sure that everything is completely secure. So then I walk away from it. I let it dry for, I don't know what, 15 minutes or whatever. And then I come back and I'm going to peel it off. And as you can see, it peels off beautifully. Look at that. That is beautiful. I freaking love it, right? So after I finish all of that, wherever I want to put all of the temporary tattoos, I'm going to go ahead and seal them in place with Mod Podge. This is a very important step, guys. And I highly encourage you to use fabric Mod Podge. That is the best thing to use when you're working on fabric. Now, I didn't have any of that on hand. Well, I do. I don't know where it is. I mean, all of my stuff got so jumbled up and messed up when I was working at the school, so I really don't know where everything is. At any rate, I did find my outdoor Mod Podge, which will work just as well. Do several coats, guys. I think I did 3 coats total to make sure that this stays nice and secure. Now, you can wash this jacket, but I would not put it in the dryer. I would just wash it and hang it dry if you're going to do it that way. After I do that, guys, this jacket is so done, and it looks so incredible. I so can't wait to show you, and here it is. Now look at my son in the background. I'm so excited to show you this jacket, and he is literally imitating every move I make, totally stealing the show. So you guys might have to watch this part a couple of times so you can watch him and then watch me. I don't know. But check this jacket out, you guys. It is so freaking awesome. I love this DIY. It is so cool. I am really stoked. I already wore it out, and it looks fabulous. And here I'm just showing you the back side of the sleeve because I forgot to do that in the first shot, and my son is still in the background cheering me on. He's such a great son. Guys, I hope you find some inspiration from this DIY, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye! Now, I had planned on putting this video out last week, but unfortunately work was so incredibly busy that by the time I finished work, I did not have the energy, strength, or motivation to even think about crafting. So I did not craft. Well, I did craft last week. I was going to say it all, but I did. So hold on. I'm Amber, and in this video, I am finally, and I do mean finally, bringing back my fashion DIYs. Now, this one isn't super hard or anything like that. It's just a matter of taking, well, hold on. At doing anything with clothes. I'm just somebody that likes to DIY and I like to figure things out. So I'm just sharing some ideas with you guys in hopes that you find inspiration from what I'm showing you. I have an itch and I gotta stop. Okay.